Hey everyone, it's me Yana. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I usually make lifestyle videos and the occasional vlogs, but today's video is going to be a little different. So I had a whole other video planned. I had it filmed and edited and everything set to upload, but I chose to make this video instead for a couple of reasons. So as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about kind of like why I think influencer culture can be toxic and my personal experience and how it has affected me. And kind of like my story. And just a disclaimer, I am not throwing any shade at influencers or YouTubers. This is just some of my thoughts and what I've been thinking and feeling, so hopefully you guys can relate or maybe just share your thoughts. I would love to know. So yeah, let's get into it. Whew. Okay, so lately, for the past few months, I guess, I've noticed that I haven't been feeling myself or like myself. I used to be so confident, and I don't know, I just never really paid attention to, well, I never compared myself that much. I mean, everyone compares themselves and feels insecure, but I feel like it wasn't like a huge issue until like recently. And I noticed this is like I was filming a try-on haul and I like watched it back and I didn't like the way that I looked, so I deleted it. And I have never done that before, like never. Like I deleted it because I didn't like the way that I looked, which to me is absolutely ridiculous because I've been making videos for years and I would always put up a video, even if I was like, oh, I might not look like the best, like I'll still upload it. But I was just like so displeased with myself and how I looked that I just couldn't even like edit it. Like it was that bad, and I was like, why is this? And also as you guys know, I've like been making vlogs kind of like based on productivity and just like doing a lot like in my day and trying to be active and healthy and like all this stuff. And like I don't know, I just always beat myself up for not being as productive or as like active, healthy as everyone else. And I've just been comparing myself a lot, and like on Instagram and on YouTube, like you see all these influencers like having these like glamorous lives, like traveling to different cities like every week, and you see them like going to Pilates and hot yoga and spin and like all of these different like workout classes, and going and getting like juices every day and doing all this stuff like with their lives. And then it's like you're constantly like watching that, or at least I am, and then I'm thinking, wow, like what am I doing wrong like with my life? Like why aren't I being as productive? Why aren't I being as healthy as like all these other influencers? And then I came to like this realization that that's like so ridiculous of me, because my life is like so different. And so one thing, they are just showing like one day out of a week. Like a lot of YouTubers upload once or twice a week, right? So they're only showing us like essentially the highlights of their day or their week or whatever it may be. Third of all, they influence for a job. Like that is their job. That is why they get to go on trips. That is why they can go and get a juice or go to hot Pilates at 10 a.m. when everyone else has to like go to their 9 to 5 or whatever. And their jobs are like that. For their job as an influencer allows them to do those things and to put it up for show and to Instagram it and to like go on all these trips and like different things like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I've realized how like unfair it is for like not us normal people, but I mean just like if your life is different than that. Like for me, I'm a college student. I work 9 to 5 most days, and like I have a lot going on, and I like have a different life than they do, and I like compare my life and I'm like, why am I not being as productive? Why am I not showing this and this and this? Like, should I like go to Starbucks every day and like make myself be broke because I want to show people my Starbucks? Like, you know, I just started to reevaluate and just think about all these different things, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I have been comparing myself to these influencers, and like at first it seems like really great, like girl boss, healthy, like healthy lifestyle, working out, being active, like being super social all at the same time, and going to trips, and like being girl boss, like being like treating yourself, all this like different type of stuff. But it can be a little toxic, because I feel like me and maybe like younger girls or other girls who may not have that lifestyle might look at that and be like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, I don't look like that. I don't follow that diet or food combining. That's a whole other thing. But like, just like different stuff, like I don't do that. So is that like wrong? Like, why don't I look like them? Why can't I order clothes from Princess Polly and Aritzia all the time, you know? Like, and it gets to be toxic, and maybe it like doesn't affect a lot of people. Like, maybe it's just me and my thoughts, but I definitely feel like it has to do with like social media and just in general. But I don't know, lately I've been noticing myself like watching all these like influencers, like especially like lifestyle influencers, but it can apply towards any type of influencers, how like you can't just look at that and take it all to be real, because a lot of the times it's not. A lot of the times people are just showing the highlights of their life or their most productive days, and they're not showing you a lazy day where they stay all day in their pajamas. Like, and everyone has different days, and I like have days where I'm not productive at all, and then I have other days where I like feel so good and on top of the world, like I can do anything. And it just all depends. Like, we're all so different, our bodies are different, the way we look is different, our jobs are different, like all this stuff is different, and you can't let that let you down, if that makes sense. And I've realized I've had to like just stop like doing this, and just like, of course I'll still watch my favorite YouTubers and influencers. Like, I love them, I love their content, like it is inspiring. There are aspects of it that are genuinely inspiring, but I also have to be careful, because there are aspects of it that's toxic for me and can trigger different things, and I need to be more mindful of that. And I feel like we all should be mindful of that when we watch these influencers, and we have to remind ourselves that just because their life looks a certain way doesn't mean ours has to mimic that, because your life is yours. Like, it is precious, it should be different from everyone else's. Like, you make your own path, like your body is beautiful and different. I work, but I'm a full-time college student, and I like really have to like manage my money super well. Like, I can't afford to get spray tans or buy $50 self tanner like to look tan all the time. Like, I can't afford to like get my nails done every week or to do this or that, because I have to save up, and I want to go to grad school, and I have student loans that I'll need to pay off, like all these different things. And I need to realize that, and realize like, yeah, my life can't be like this because it's different, and that is totally okay. Like, we should embrace our lives and embrace the things that we're good at and the things that we're doing, because your life is your own and it doesn't have to look like everyone's life on the internet. And it doesn't look like that in real life because it's the internet. Like, nothing that people put out is 100% like what it's like all the time. And it's hard to remember that, it really is, but I've had to like remind myself and take joy in my life, because I don't want it, like, I have a great life. I am so blessed. I don't want like influencers' lives to like influence how I view my life, you know? And I saw a shirt with this quote and it says, "Don't be influenced by influencers." And I thought it was funny because there's some truth to that. Like, take everything in with a grain of salt. You can take out the inspiring pieces from social media and from YouTubers and influencers, but also like make sure that you keep that boundary and that kind of protection around yourself, that hey, yes, this is their life, but this is my life and it may look different, and that is totally okay. Alright, you guys, so basically that is just what I wanted to say. Really random, but I feel like I just had to talk about it, and I want to post content that actually like means something, and I want to be transparent and honest. Like, I'm not your typical like lifestyle YouTuber that like goes on trips and like does all these things like all the time. Reality is I work, I live at home, I'm saving money for grad school and for moving out eventually, and learning how to budget, and this is my life. And I'm also a college student graduating soon. Like, this is my life and I love my life. Like, I'm so blessed for my life, and it may look different than YouTubers' lives, but it is totally okay. And I want you guys to know that too. Like, know that your life is so valuable. There's probably some of you who work 3 jobs and who just can't just go away for a weekend, or just can't afford to, or who have kids, or who have all this other stuff going on. And just know that like I am so proud of you for where you are, and that it's okay to be where you are. Like, don't feel like you have to change your life or like do all these things to measure up to influencers, because you are special on your own, and you're beautiful, and your life is beautiful, and I hope you realize that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening and for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye guys.